Tina B, and I'm here live in the home of none other than Richard and Carrie Nixon, and I'm so excited.
Right,
Yeah.
all right.
You're supposed to make me a cake.
We can get that.
Last time I came, it was some cakes. Anybody that know Richard, you know he's a baker. Come through, okay?
Oh,
If you know he is a baker, I need you to hit the like button, and then order your cake. Here, and we're just enjoying the melodious sounds of his magic fingers as he begins to play for the lady, his lover, and their Lord. They said I wouldn't make it. They said I wouldn't be here today. They said I'd never amount to anything. But I'm glad to say that I'm on my way, and I'm growing more and more each day. There were many that started out with me, but now they've gone astray. But I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on to his hand. You see, when I was young, I gave God my hand, and I told him to lead the way. Though the road has been rough, the going gets mighty tough, still I ain't going nowhere. I'm out here to stay. Though I've been talked about, I realize I've been preached. I've had to wipe many tears from my eyes, but I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on. I'm still holding on to his hand. And I'm still holding on. Yes, I'm still in God's holy plan. I'm still I will never let go of his hand. No, no, no. I will never let go of his hand. Yes, sir. Listen, do you understand why I wanted to have them on music, love, and ministry? 50 years they have been doing this together, okay? The two of them, 50 years. This woman just celebrated her 80th anniversary around the sun. Honey, I said it was the moon the other night, because sometimes life can take you to the moon and back, but the sun continues to shine. And I'm not talking about the S-U-N. I'm talking about the S-O-N. What are we doing, y'all? Woo! I get excited. And this man, the guy right here, he's still playing. Richard, how young are you? 26?
I'm 17.
Look, let me tell you what's so good about it. He knew that he needed somebody to jumpstart his battery. And she's been jumpstarting his battery for 50 years.
That is true.
Did you hear him? Come on, tell the truth, shame the devil. That's what love will do. When you have a common interest, when you have common goals, you make beautiful music together. And I'm so excited. While he's playing, continue to play that for us, please, Maestro. Can you tell the people why this song is so important to you? Just a little, in your own words, because Luther Barnes has been touching lives for years, okay? Years. Not only is this one of Carrie Nixon's favorite songs, but it's one of my favorite songs. It's one of my son's favorite songs. And we each have our own reason why it's our favorite. And in our own words, why did this, if you just desire to share, let the people know.
Well, it means so much to me because as a young woman, someone right to tell me that I just wasn't going to be anything, I wouldn't amount to anything. And I've used those words over the years to just come up the hill and serve the Lord anyway. And I was able to tell Reverend Luther Barnes that when he wrote those words, he didn't realize he wrote my life. And in 2013, I was able to sing this song with him. So it means a lot to me. It really means a lot to me. Yes.
And see, that's part of, you went into like my faith talk segments that I do. Music, love, and ministry, faith talks, they all go in together. Because music, in so many different forms and genres, ministers.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Not just gospel music, but music in general ministers. It's something about the words in the songs that can lift you up. When he penned, or whoever penned, I'm still holding on. I can only imagine what they were going through. Who knows? I don't know what you're going through, but we've been in a pandemic.
Yes.
And in this pandemic, I want to encourage you. I want you to see people that have been together and they still like each other. They still laugh around. They still cut up. He be cooking.
That is true. All of that's true. Very true.
You know? And they let me come into their house and rickshaw. And they let me come back again after I came the first time. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know, that's what they do. And I want you to see that together. Look, when they met each other, their hair was probably as dark as mine is today. Because you yesterday I was blonde, okay? Okay, yesterday I was blonde. But I like to call them silver foxes now. Yes, come on, you better.
It's been a change. Yeah, it's been a change.
This has been a change. Another one of my favorite songs, very first song I ever sang in school. But here we are now. And I want you to just listen to the melodious sounds of 50 years of love, music, and ministry. We'll come back and we'll get an interview, but I want you to just play and listen. Have your way. Richard, what would you like to play for the people on today?
I would like to play a bit of my favorite hymn. Most of you know I'm really a lover of the hymns of the church. And I just loved the hymn that speaks of God's faithfulness to his people, to all of us. And it's called Great Is Thy Faithfulness. And maybe we can harmonize on a little bit of it.
When we talk about music, love, and ministry, and being in a pandemic, 2020, we thought we had the right vision. We thought we knew which way we were going to go. We thought that, we knew that life was going to continue as it had been formerly. But 2020, our vision got a little blurry.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And we didn't see things as clear. And we still don't. It's still blurry in 2021.
It is.
But I want to decree and declare unto you that God is faithful.
Faithful, yes, yes.
Let me tell you what got me toe up in the corner. The lyrics that said, "All that I have needed,
Yes.
God has provided." It takes me back to my faith talks, which ties into music, love, and marriage. It mirrors each other, because you have to have faith to know that God will keep you. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen?
Right.
Amen. Amen.
Right.
What is it about the song, Richard? Tell the people, tell our young men, wow, great is thy faithfulness means so much to you.
It means that we can trust the Lord. It goes into another hymn that we sing, but we can trust the Lord to deliver what we need in our lives. And that's what he does from day
Yes.
after day. He
Yes.
gives us all that, not what we want all the time, but all that we have needed. His
Yes.
hand has been right there to provide it.
Yeah.
And that's the meaning of that song to me.
Yes.
Oh, not some things. Tell us some of the things he's provided over the 50 years that y'all been together.
I'll let Carrie start there. You can, yeah.
Well, he's provided
This beautiful home for one. Let me say that because this is a lovely home.
Shelter over our heads.
shelter
Yeah.
over our heads.
Over
Yes.
50 years.
Yes. Yes. He's provided us with a wonderful son. He's provided us with a love for music, a love for ministry, and over this past year, he's given us an opportunity whereby we can come together, and we do come together, and we study the word more than we've ever had time to do. And it just brings out all of his goodness and his kindness toward us. He does everything, and he does it well.
Yes, he does.
And he does it in order.
Oh, come on.
And so that's what we have to realize. The pandemic has been a blessing in a way. We know it's been a curse because so many people lost their lives.
Yeah.
But what we can testify to the fact is that he's kept us
Oh, come on.
and our family members and some friends. So he's wonderful.
Yes, he
He's
is.
wonderful. And so great is thy faithfulness. All that we have needed, his hand does provide.
Yes.
Stability, love.
Yes.
You know, look at this. Did you hear the vocals on this woman? Okay.
Goodness.
Did you hear the vocals on this woman? I got the opportunity to meet the Nixons when I was about 10 or 12 years. I think it was 12 maybe years old. And I've been an activist all of my life. I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. I remember we did Friends for Africa with Ron Evans. And it was myself, Michelle Williams, April Steed, and Donald Ann Jackson. We were the youngest. It was 4 of us. Everybody else was older than us. But we wanted to do our part to try to provide funds and send money to Africa for apartheid. Am I correct?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so I heard this woman open up her mouth. I was in sore amazement. And she sang this song called We Are the Ones. And I still to this day remember, I get chills thinking about it. And she said, we are the ones that shall rise to help our brothers. We are the ones that shall rise to help our sisters. And together we shall rise to victory. And together we shall stand as one. Reaching inside, for there's something in everyone. That's what it's all about. Showing the world that together we can make it and together we can work things out. Oh, come through. I remember literally getting chills as she would open her mouth and she would just belt out in such melodious. Oh
my goodness.
It was. I remember it as a child, and then when I look at this couple, they've been together longer than I have been alive, y'all. And that's over 25 years. I know it don't. I'm just saying because I know y'all think I'm 25. You know, and I tell people I am sometimes, but honey, I'm 40 in the 9, divine, okay? So, and I wanted to share with you, Victory. I want you to look. I want you to see what Black love looks like. That Black love does stay together. I'm not saying no other love doesn't stay together. But in this moment and in this time and on my show, I want to talk about how Black love sticks and stays together because it has a common interest. That's what I learned from him. Did y'all know that this young man, as he's playing, and I'm getting to the next song. Let me get to the next song first. Y'all go ahead and I want to let you get the next song. I want you just to enjoy them. And I want to talk and share a little bit about their history and what just makes me love them and be so honored just to be in their presence on today. The Nixons.
Jesus. There's something about that name.
Okay.
Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. There is something about that name, Master, Savior, Jesus, like the fragrance after the rain. Jesus, 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 let all heaven and earth proclaim. Kings and kingdoms will all pass away, but there's something about that name. Jesus, 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 there is something about that name. Master, Savior, Jesus, like the fragrance after the rain. Oh, Jesus, 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 let all heaven and earth proclaim. Kings and kingdoms will all pass away, but there's something about that name.
Come on, give it up.
Something about that name, I tell you.
Yeah, what's about
That's
it?
beautiful. Yes, indeed.
You
Yes.
like that, don't you?
Yeah, I love that. I love
Mhm.
that. Yes.
When you
yes.
call them.
Sometimes, when do we call him?
Mhm.
Oh, that name, it's good to call any time of day. Or at
Amen.
night, anytime.
Amen.
Good to be calling on the name of Jesus. Yes.
Amen.
You were calling when you were talking about thinking about doing this interview because you were nervous.
Yes. And to a degree, I still am. We're trying to get it together here, and
No,
I can tell sometimes our music, that's one thing about our commonality with music. Sometimes our music, her feelings about what she's singing does not always come through to me, and I have to listen and try to convey what she's trying to get, the message she's trying to get across, in order to get the right rhythm, the right chords. All of that's involved in that, but we've been able to do that through the years because we understand each other, and that means a lot.
It
really
does.
does.
It
does.
And is that what it takes in a marriage, in a relationship, whether it
It
be
does.
with your children or with your parents, or between in a marriage, or even at work, being able to listen to see what the message is
Mhm.
that each other's trying to portray,
Mhm.
you
Yes.
know?
Mhm.
Very much so.
Yeah, because I see she was like, oh, I want to sing Jesus. He was like, okay, I'm gonna sing this one. Now they were still talking about the same person, but they were just doing it a different way.
I had a different Jesus in mind, a different tune in mind.
Right.
Yes.
And then I was over there talking about which one, Shirley Caesar. See, because that's another Jesus, you know. So that's what happens sometimes in life. You know, we're all talking about the exact same thing, Jesus, right?
Mhm.
But you're talking about Jesus in one sense. You're talking about Jesus in another sense,
Mhm.
and I'm talking about Jesus in another sense. But they all the same. Ooh,
Yeah.
the Father, the Son, and the Holy. Didn't I just put
Yes.
that together?
Mhm.
Come on now. I be like, whoa, what?
Amen.
Child.
Yeah.
That girl be on it, you know. And I tell you, what was it about Miss Carrie that made you say, you know what? I'm a wife her. That's what they said the other day. That's how they say it now. What was it?
What it was the commonalities that we had. We were able to, when we were first getting to know each other even much better than at church, we spent some time together and we saw that we have a lot of things, ideas in mind that were in common. And so therefore, that's what made me feel that this was a true match from heaven. It was a true match from the Lord.
So what were y'all doing spending in that time that you spent with one another? What was that time spent doing?
A lot of talking.
Mhm.
It was just in conversation
Mhm.
and conversation about our relationship with the Lord and in conversation with our work with the church choirs. This is something that we have done for a long, long time. It's working with church choirs and speaking of the members of the choir and who do you think should be able to do this and who do you think should be able to do that, and the different relationships between the songs that they were singing and our lifestyles and all of that conversation was good.
So you worked with the music ministry together for 50 years. How long have y'all been together at Temple?
That's where it started.
Uh-huh.
So that's so.
But we were not leading the choirs at that time. I was a
Mhm.
musician, she was soloist. There were
Mhm.
other persons leading, and we don't want to leave out the name Harry Leak. He
Coach
was our
Leak.
director for a long, long time.
Yes. That used to be my gym coach back in the day. You mean Coach Lee, we love you know you boy, he's
Well, we
run
would
us
say
to
that
the ground.
sometimes about him and
And-
working with the choir as well.
Oh, so it wasn't just me.
He wanted to know, he knew what he wanted to present and get out of the choir, and therefore he did what it took to do that.
Okay.
And we give him those accolades today.
Okay.
for
Okay.
that.
Indeed.
What was it about Richard when you saw him? Did you say, "Oh, he cute"?
I did say the cute part.
High five, yes. Come on, let's be real. You know, because it has to be. You know, you gotta. Ain't too bad to look at him. You ain't want to wake up in the morning and be like. Ooh. But you know, some people, you know, if you got bad eyesight, it don't really matter. But you know, I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, it was his mannerism.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, he just seemed real calm and quiet. And then after we got to know each other, I just really fell in love with the way we have conversation. Just enjoyed talking and laughing. He makes
Well,
me
did
laugh.
it have anything to do with my playing at
Yes.
all? Did that come into play at all?
It did, but the cute part is what got me. But what got me most was the way we could talk, just sit and talk and laugh and have fun.
And it was the way she could cook. She could make the best biscuits
Oh,
and chicken and rice and gravy. And I used to go to her house. I didn't always have to take her out. I could go to her house and get the best meal that you would want to. That's not the way it is today, though. I mean, you know, we do that together a lot.
I heard a little bird. Okay, look, I'm gonna add some of the segue. What is one of the things that you would want our listening audience to know about Richard that they don't really know? Go on and tell them. Look, tell them. Tell them.
One thing, he's a good cook, and I enjoy his cooking a lot. There is no disagreements about who's gonna fire the stove up
Who fired up?
around here.
Who fired up?
He fired the stove up.
She does her part too.
I like to cook. I enjoy
Yeah.
cooking, but I like to cook in the winter.
Mhm.
I don't know why. He's an excellent cook. I love his chicken casserole. I love it.
She love your chicken. What you love? You said, well, we don't know your little bitch. Look, since y'all
I
married,
don't-
since we married, since y'all married, which biscuits you talking
I
about?
don't.
I used to make homemade biscuits, but I don't anymore.
She knows I'm getting ready to say that. I don't even get biscuits anymore. No.
I don't eat too many of them. If I make them,
I understand. I get it. And I see. I saw a plaque over here on the wall. 52 years at Temple. You were there.
That's when
Yeah.
I had done 52 years as musician. I don't
Yeah.
know that was the minister of music that whole time, but I started playing at Temple Memorial when I was 10 years old,
Oh,
and I've continued throughout all of those years.
I was born then.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I was 10 years old when I started, and it just has continued throughout those years. My love for doing the music at Temple Memorial never has waned. It has stayed the same. There have been times when I've taken a break from it and given some of the younger musicians a part, give them a chance to do, and I love doing that.
So tell the people. I want you to talk to them. What is it? What is it about your style? What is it about your genre of music that keeps you so close and dearly to your heart that you kind of stay in that kind of scope? And you can play while you're doing it.
You're saying what about my genre of music?
Mhm.
And because see, when I started playing in the church, it was the first song I learned to play. And I've never done this, but this.
What a friend we have in Jesus.
What a friend we have in Jesus. That was the very first song that I played. I wasn't playing it like this though.
Go ahead and give them a little bit, Miss Carrie.
It's probably too high for me.
Oh, is it? Okay. But see, you know your keys though. But see,
That's what we have to do is get to the gut. Everything to God in prayer. But that was the genre of music we had at Temple Memorial. And after some years had gone by, and the Reverend Dr. L.L. Macon came into Temple, I learned from him leaning on the Lord, trusting in His holy word. He never failed me yet. Oh, they turn around, become the spark of faith. Reverend Dr. Macon taught me that, and from then on, I became a gospel player. And I began to be able to pick up music and listen to it and learn it by ear, which is truly a blessing from the Lord to be able to do that. Trying to think of another good one now. Oh, help me to hold out.
all right now.
Lord, help me to hold out. Lord, help genre of music.
Do that
I
one more
learned to
time.
play.
They got me all hot now.
Oh Lord, help me to hold down.
I like it.
Oh Lord, help me to hold down. Help me to hold down until my change.
Give us that verse. Go ahead.
My way may not be easy.
Come on now, sing it now.
You did not say it would be. But when it's dark, I can't see my way.
Told me to put my trust in me.
That's why I'm asking you, Lord.
Lord, help me to
Hold down. I can't make it by myself. Help me.
help me to hold down.
Oh, Lord.
Help me to hold down
Help me to hold down.
until my change comes. Oh, until my change comes. Until
My change comes. Amen.
50 years. 50 years, y'all.
way back there.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And that's, is that part of your testimony? Asking God to help you guys to hold out until your change
Until the
comes.
change
Yes.
comes.
Until the
Yes,
change
indeed.
comes. Did you think that you were going to get married?
Did I think so?
Mhm.
I wasn't thinking that I would, but it soon came about. It didn't take us long to get started on it.
Now, let me tell you, how long did it take you to say, okay, this is the woman that I want to give my last name to?
How long did it take me?
Mhm.
A few months.
What?
It wasn't that long.
About 3 months.
Yeah, a few months.
3 months
We
last.
just knew that the Lord had provided her for me, and I will testify to that. He provided her for me and my life, and it has been such a guide and such a joy to
Now,
have her.
what advice would you give to women that desire to be married, that aren't married, or that are married? Let's start with, first of all, what advice would you give to women that are married to help keep it together?
I think it's important to be able to look each other in the face when you talk. Look straight at each other. If you can't look at each other when you talk, I feel like there's something you're trying to hide.
Ooh.
I would feel that way. I don't know.
Mhm.
Because I've never experienced that. We've always been able to look at each other when we talk to each other. Even if we're separated from each other, he's out doing something or I'm out doing something. When we do get back together, I can still look him in the face and he looked me in my face. And I think that is most important, to be able to connect with each other from the heart and not only from the mind. You connect from the heart and you look and you listen with your heart. That's just how I do.
What would you say to a young woman that has not yet gotten the opportunity to experience a relationship or marriage, and they're desiring to be one with someone?
My advice would be to wait on God, because if you wait and let him pick your mate, then you have the right one. A lot of times, from what I understand, we make mistakes, and I mean we as a whole people make mistakes by picking and choosing someone that we really don't know and don't get the chance to know. We don't know what you looking for, and So I think it's important to let the Lord lead you. I did, and I do believe to this day we were supposed to be together. We both believe that to this day. So my advice would be let the Lord take care of who your mate is going to be for the rest of your life. That would be my advice.
So, the conversations that you've had, and when you had those conversations, you learned that he had the type of heart that you desired, and she had the like type of biscuits you like to eat.
Type of heart that I desired, and I could just feel the presence of the Lord in all of the bringing us together. I could feel that, and I just felt that I knew. And then, of course, I went to meet her family, and I could feel the love that they had for her, first of all, and then I could feel the love that they would have for me, and they seemed to have really sanctioned the marriage as well as with my family.
Mhm.
I had to I had to go home and tell my mother, Daisy Gregory, and I had to take Carrie there with me, and Carrie was scared to death.
Yes.
She didn't know how to handle that. She just felt so humbled by it, is what it was. And I just remember her going to meet my mother for the first time, and my family was brought in, and we met each other. It was just a good connection,
It
a very,
was.
very, very
It
good,
was.
smooth connection. And
Still to this day.
it's been that way since then.
Do you remember, didn't y'all used to sing Love Lift Us Up? Do you remember that? Love Lift Us Up Where We Belong? Didn't y'all do that too back in the day? You
We
remember
may
that?
have done, we've done so many.
Somebody
songs, but
talked me into doing it for a wedding.
That-
Okay.
yeah.
That's the only time I've ever done that.
That's when you guys were talking. It kind of reminded me of the song "Love Lift Us Up Where We Belong," because I see that because there had to be a chemistry because she said you was cute. So let me tell you, what was it when she hit the note when you saw
when I, when, I'm trying to think which one came first. These are some good questions.
her?
I think it was when she hit the note. I must say that. And then, of course, when after that, it became an attraction, and it went from there. Yeah. But we were just happy to have her there, and her singing was the thing that really brought us together. And with my being the musician and she being the soloist and many of the songs and so forth, that just naturally brought us together. Mhm.
So, if y'all had a song, I know that I didn't ask you, prepare you for this one, but if you had a song that would portray your love of one another, what would that song be? Have you thought about it?
That's interesting. I don't know which one.
No, I hadn't thought about that.
What y'all have at your wedding?
We didn't have music at our wedding. It was a very, very simple, and I should let her tell, but a very simple. Uh,
Ceremony at the
Yeah.
church parsonage.
it was. We went to the church parsonage, and Reverend Macon was there to join us together. But there was not a big wedding with music and that kind of thing.
This was at my request. I just didn't want that.
Come on here, really?
Yeah, very simple ceremony that we had there.
Oh, so listen, what I just heard, we're gonna have to put them a wedding together. I need some volunteers to inbox me. So Miss Carrie and Miss Hayden, listen, next after this I need you to inbox me if y'all are willing to help to sponsor them a wedding. Okay, I need somebody to sponsor her a dress.
Oh Lord.
I need y'all to help put them on a tux. I want us to have, even if it's just a 2-piece ensemble to play for them, some music and a nice reception. I want them to have a wedding. If y'all willing to help sponsor them a wedding, I'm being serious. I am not playing. Inbox me so I can help bless them with a wedding. Because they've been together for 50 years and she never had a wedding. Back then, sometimes insecurities and thinking that we don't deserve it And I'm pretty sure you would have done it if she wanted it, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Because she make you do stuff now
Yes.
you don't want to do. Don't
Yes, yes. I'm trying to keep my composure and be nice about it, but yes, yes, yes.
But listen, you happy though, ain't you?
Well,
Yeah. Baby, I don't want to do it, but I'll do it if it make you happy. This is my grumpy old man. Listen, I have enjoyed you guys so much today. Um, Anything that you would like to say to help to encourage people that are in love, or anything? Yeah, encourage people that are in love. Do you have any words to encourage people how to stay in love?
I'll go first. My encouragement would be trust God and include Him in everything you say and do. Um, because you can't lose if you trust Him. He will guide you in the right direction and put the proper person in your life. So if you're already married, I would say continue to trust God. Continue to trust Him. And I guarantee you it will be all right.
yes, be in communication with the Lord about a person for you in your life. And I would say that this is what we have done. We did in the very, very beginning, and we've done that throughout. Our church life has been the sealer of our relationship, because this is what our marriage has been made up of, is our church life. We have done so much
Mm-hmm.
in worship of the Lord and preparing others to be able to sing and present the Lord for the people of the church. This has been the most time that we have spent has been in preparation for church and
Yes.
worshiping the Lord. And we have had other experiences. We've been on trips together.
Yes.
We have chosen places to go, and we have certainly enjoyed um, uh, the Lord there, because the beauty that the Lord has built the earth upon and all. We see that and we enjoy one another. We enjoy the same thing. Carrie loves to go uh, shopping. She loves to go to the stores and walk around and look. And sometimes I'm a little grumpy about that, but she loves to go in. That's what we do. We just go into the malls, especially the outlet malls. We're about one of the best couples for going to the beach, but spending a great deal of our time at the outlet malls and so forth, looking at various items of clothing that we enjoy seeing. And we love to go out to eat together, finding things that you love to do
Yes.
together that you have in common.
It is very important.
That means a lot. That can help really hold the marriage together, is having some commonality with each other.
And the fact that has anybody else ever played for you? Wait, I don't hit a nerve.
I like to be the one to play for Carrie. Sometimes I think, because she has indicated that, well, I don't mind if so and so plays for me. She will indicate that she doesn't mind if someone else plays for her.
Mhm.
And I'm to the point now where I welcome that, because I love the way these your modern musicians play. I love the younger musicians and their style of playing and that kind of thing. And I welcome that. I really do. And I think it's going to come to some more of that, where she will be singing and someone else can play for her.
Well, I got a surprise for you. This gentleman's gonna play for us. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Somehow I looked at that boy.
He was gonna put both of us out if somebody would have came with me.
But I said that to him because to me it's important for him to know that I'm not so hung up on who played, I just want to get the Lord's word out, His message out, and to me, it shows that we are not so hung up on ourselves that nobody else can
Right.
help us
Mhm.
or assist us.
Mhm.
And I know He doesn't mind. And we're a team. And no matter who played for me, we will still be the team.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's why I said that.
I have watched one of the things that I have really enjoyed about watching you guys throughout the years is that, gosh, the way I watch how he's pulled things out of you, and I watch how you made him play define where you were, because there's something like when you can sing the song and it can be just. But when something that unction hits you and it takes you in another place, and he like, oh, and he would just, go right along. And that takes years of just knowing one another. And
Yes.
syncopation can get off
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes.
But the key is, even though it gets off a little bit, you can get it back together, because people think that, oh no, even tracks, things that have tracks. Have you know, like bicycle chains, they get off the track. A railroad can run off a track. Things do get off course, and some things, when things get off course, they allow it to break, and then it's never usable again. But if you take it and work with it, and you oil it a little bit, and kind of start moving and doing a little bit of adjustment, you'll be right back on track, and you might find out, oh wait a minute, there's a whole nother open road that's out there that we can travel on and having more experiences. And that's what I see for you guys. Listen, I want you to go and I want you to like the Nixon's pages, because pretty soon they're going to start doing their own music from home. Because I know that you're going to love hearing them. They have so many fans that have requested and wanted them to inspire them in song, because that's what they know them from. So within the next coming couple of weeks and days ahead, I want you to like Richard Nixon and Carrie Nixon's page, so that you'll be able to get to enjoy them with just a click of the button. Now, if you would, one of my favorite hymns, and yours too, I bet, "Tis Jesus" by the Nixons.
This is coming without my music and without my.
That's the grumpy old man.
Is it too low for you?
Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus, just to take His word, just to rest upon His promise, just to know thus said the Lord. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust Him, how I prove Him o'er and o'er. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus. Oh, for grace to trust
Amen. It is sweet. It is sweet to trust in the Lord.
Woo, honey, when I say, this your girl, B. Tina B. They got good to him. Play. Go ahead and play, sir.
I'll leave it there.
Woo.
Amen.
And that's all all that needs to be said. This is your girl, B. Tina B on the fly, and you have been with me and the Nixons,
Amen.
Carrie and Richard Nixon, for music, love, and ministry. Ah!